The S-400 Triumf, previously known as S-300 PMU-3, is an anti-aircraft weapon system developed by Russia's Almaz Central Design Bureau in the 1990s as an upgrade of the S-300 family. It has been in service with the Russian Armed Forces since 2007. The S-400 uses 3 different missiles to cover its entire performance envelope. These are the extremely long-range 4.0 and 6, long-range 4.8 and 6, and medium-range 9M96 missile. Development. The development of the S-400 system began in the late 1990s. The system was formally announced by the Russian Air Force in January 1999. On 12 February 1999, the first tests were performed at Kapustin Yar in Astrakhan, which were reported successful. As a result of this, the S-400 was scheduled for deployment in the Russian Army in 2001. In 2003 it first became apparent that the system was not ready for deployment, and in August 2 high-ranking military officials expressed concerns that the S-400 was being tested using obsolete interceptors from the S-300P, and concluded that it was not ready for production. The completion of the project was announced in February 2004. In April, a ballistic missile was intercepted in a test of the upgraded 4.8 and 6 DM interceptor missile, officially accepted for service in 2007. Structure. 3 OK6E Administration System manages 8 divisions. 5 K6E Command and Control Center based on Ural 532301. 9 and 6E Panoramic Radar Detection System with protection against jamming, mounted on an MZKT-7930. 300 targets. Decimetric band. 6 battalions of 9.8ZH-6E surface-to-air missile systems consisting of each battalion can hit no more than 6 targets on their own, plus 2 or another battalions if they're within range 40 kilometers. 9 N6E multifunctional radar. 100 targets. 5 P-85TE2 launchers or 5 P-85SE2 on the trailer. Surface-to-air missiles allowed by Russian Presidential Decree 48N6E, 48N6E2, 48N6E3, 48N6DM, 9M96E, 9M96E2 and the ultra-long-range 4.0 and 6E. The S-400 utilizes an active electronically scanned array. Possible elements of the S-400: 15I6ME98ZH6E with coverage of 30/60 90 km operating outside 3 OK6E coverage. 96L6E Universal Complex detection range of 300 km. 4 OB6M housing for 9-N6E and 96L6E type radar. Anti-stealth Protivnik GE Gamada Orion passive sensor for target designation on the air defense system. Avtar-Baza M passive sensor for target designation on the air defense system, and Orion plus Avtar-Baza equals the exact location. 1 RL220BE classified information. Older versions were used for interference, anti-jamming. It is possible to utilize the S-200D Dubna missiles, as well as various radar systems of the S-300, without the use of additional command and control centers. The S-300 type missiles can also be controlled and guided. A-50, A-50U aircraft early warning, command and control transfer target designation. The 36 control system can be integrated with the S-400 Triumf 98ZH6E system. S-300PMU-2, S-300PMU-1, or M1 through the Rangier M battery command post. Pantsir S-1 through the lead battery vehicle. Triumf gets when carrying out additional tasks using the 30K6E administration system, reception of the route information from an additional, integrated 92.6 radar system, radar type 96L6E, 30K6E administration system, Protivnik GE, Gamada. Optional integration with the 92H6E radar system enables communication between each battery with Baikali senior command posts and other similar types. Nearby 36, 83.6, and 83.6.2 administration systems. Polyana D41 command post for Russian fighter aircraft. 4 Export to foreign customers, with the purpose of integrating existing customer air defense systems. Additional work on improvement of the 30K6E administration system for information technology pairing with anti-CATS is in progress. Components 9.1 and 6E. Maximum targeting range. For a ballistic target 230 kilometers. For a target with RCS of 4 square meters, 390 kilometers. For targeting of strategic bomber-sized types, 570 kilometers. 96L6. All the high-rise detector 96L6E radar and equipment separately. 96L6E2 export version has the capability to track a maximum 100 targets. In mountainous terrain, the system is resistant to false returns or clutter, replaces the radar to detect low-level radar and radar sector view omnidirection to detect all aircraft types, including low observable, but not stealth. Can perform the functions of a command post for battalions of S-300 or S-400. 96L6 to 1 of S-400 and S-500. Maximum height for the detection of the target 100 kilometers away and from all directions. Can use a special Tower 966AA14 detection capability against cruise missiles and stealth. It serves as the command post for the battalions. Phased array radar and the multipath command center PBU-55K6E. Automatic operation serves as the command center for the entire system. The maximum distance between the command center and the battalion 98ZH6E with the use of retransmitters is up to 100 kilometers. 5P85TE2 launchers and or 5P85SE2 on the trailer. 5P85TE2 launchers and or 5P85SE2 on the trailer in conjunction with a BAZ-64022 or MAZ-543M tractor trailer. In 2014, a new type of transporter was introduced, improving the mobility of the system. The fuel consumption was cut by 35%. The total cost of launcher actually dropped 25%. Missiles. Just one system comprising up to 8 divisions can control up to 72 launches, with a maximum of 384 missiles. The missiles are fired by a gas system from the launch tubes up to 30 meters into the air before the rocket motor ignites, which increases the maximum and decreases the minimum ranges. In April 2015, a successful test firing of the missile was conducted at an airborne target at a range of 400 kilometers. In other tests, 9M96 missile using an active radar homing head has reached a height of 56 kilometers. All the missiles are equipped with directed explosion warhead, which increases the probability of complete destruction of targets. The Abm capabilities of the S-400 system are near the maximum allowed under the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty. The new anti-ballistic missiles 77N6N and 77N6N1 to enter service in 2014 supposedly add inert kinetic anti-ballistic capability to the system. The same missiles will also be used by the S-500, which has a clearly stated anti-ICBM AHMED role. Morpheus Defense System. A separate independent air defense system for 2S6 Morphe is being developed. This system is designated as Short-Range Air Defense System to protect the S-400 from various threats at the terminal phases, and will also act together with the S-350E as a supplement to the SAR-21 Growler. Together, these systems form part of the Aerospace Defense Forces. Development of Morphe started in 2007 and was planned to be introduced in 2013, however was delayed until at least 2015. The missile system consists of omnidirectional 29YA6 radar, infrared sensors and 36 missiles. The missiles have up to 10 km range and an altitude of up to 3,500 meters. Base statistics. Types of targets. Strategic bombers such as the B-1, FB-111 and B-52H. Electronic warfare airplanes such as the EF-111A and H-6, reconnaissance airplanes such as the TR-1, early warning radar airplanes such as the E-3A and E-2C, fighter airplanes such as the F-15, F-16, F-35 and F-22, strategic cruise missiles such as the Tomahawk, ballistic missiles. All-purpose maximum radial velocity is 4.8 km per second. The minimum is 0. System response time less than 10 seconds. The complex can move on roads and off-road at speeds up to 25 km per hour. According to the Pravda.ru newspaper article, the price of one battalion is $200 million. Deployment. A regular S-400 battalion consists of at least 8 launches with 32 missiles and a mobile command post. On May 21, 2007, the Russian Air Force announced that S-400 would be put on combat duty around Moscow and central Russia by July 1, 2007. The S-400 was also deployed near the town of Elektrostal. On August 6, 2007, the 1st Regiment equipped with S-400 entered active service in Moscow Oblast near Elektrostal, according to Channel 1 Russia. This is the 606th Guards Anti-Air Rocket Regiment, 9th PVO Division, 1st PVO Corps of the Special Purpose Command. On February 8, 2008, Lt. Gen. Vladimir Sviridov announced that Russia will be replacing the S-300 systems in the northwest of Russia with the more technologically advanced S-400. Russian military experts expect that Russia plans for this system to be in place and represent a major component of the ballistic missile defense system until 2020. In September 2006, Deputy Prime Minister Sergei Ivanov announced a new state program of armaments for 2007 to 2015. This program provides for the purchase of 18 missile battalions of S-400s. On March 17, 2009, Russia's defense minister announced that a second regiment equipped with advanced S-400 Triumf air defense missile systems has been put into combat service. On August 26, 2009, the General Staff said S-400 systems had been deployed in the Russian Far East to counter possible North Korean missile tests and prevent fragments from falling on Russian territory. In February 2011, a second unit of S-400 missile systems was deployed at Dubrovki, north of Moscow. The 210th Air Defense Regiment consists of 2 battalions, each consisting of 8 launch points, each with 4 missiles. In February 2011, it was also announced that the missile system will be deployed in southern Kuril Islands to protect Russia's sovereignty in the Far East. The Baltic Fleet in Kaliningrad received S-400 SAM systems in February 2012, and these went into operational status in April 2012. One S-400 division is deployed on combat duty in the Russian Far East city Nakhodka. As of 2012, one system was operational, with 3 more S-400 battalions being deployed. All 56 battalions will be delivered by 2020. Russia is also setting up 2 regiments of S-400 in Eastern Military District. As of September 2013, the Russian armed forces had 5 S-400 regiments, 2 in Moscow, 1 in the Pacific Fleet, 1 in the Baltic Fleet, and 1 in the Southern Military District. From 2014, the Army was to receive 2 to 3 sets of regimental units of S-400 systems every year. Another S-400 regiment was to be put on combat duty around Moscow by the end of 2013. Russia plans to have 28 S-400 regiments by 2020, each comprising 2 or 3 battalions with 4 systems each, mainly in maritime and border areas. In November 2015, the deployment of S-400 was reported in Syria, along with the contingent of Russian troops and other military hardware in the course of the air campaign conducted by the Russian forces on the side of the Syrian government. However, those reports were refuted by Russia. On the 25th of November 2015, the Russian government announced it would deploy S-400 in Syria in response of the downing of its Su-24 jet by Turkey. On the 26th of November 2015, such deployment was reported by official Russian news media to have been carried out. In November 2015, it was announced that when the Kirov-class battlecruiser Admiral Nakhimov was recommissioned with the Russian Navy in 2018, it will be equipped with the 48N60MK anti-aircraft missile derived from the land-based S-400. The inclusion of the 48N60MK into the Kirov's arsenal extends its air defense range from 100 kilometers with the 48N6E2 missile from the S-300FM to 250 kilometers. On the 1st of March 2016, acting commander of the 14th Air Force and Air Defense Army Major General Vladimir Korotkov said that 6 S-400 units had been activated pursuant to his order in the Anti-Aircraft Missile Regiment of the Novosibirsk Air Defense Formation in Russia's Novosibirsk region. TASS also reported that as of the end of 2015, a total of 11 Russian missile regiments were armed with S-400, and by the end of 2016 the number was expected to increase to 16. Foreign interest. On August 23, 2007, RIA Novosti reported that the sources indicated that Russia would not export the S-400 for the next few years. During the 2009 International Defense Industry Fair in Istanbul, Turkey expressed interest in buying the system. Vice Chairman of Russia's State Duma Vladimir Zhirinovsky has urged the fast delivery of the S-400 anti-aircraft missile systems to Iran. On August 24, 2009, RIA Novosti reported that the sources indicated that Belarus had submitted a formal request for 2 battalions of S-400 systems. In September 2009, it was reported that the S-400 system is part of a $2 billion arms deal being negotiated between Russia and Saudi Arabia. As of March 2010, this was still under negotiation. The Saudis want to buy 12 systems, each of 8 launches. The Saudis were trying to buy the more modern S-400, but the Russians reportedly only wanted to sell the older S-300. South Korea is developing a simplified version of the S-400 called MSAM-CHEOLMAE-2 with the help of Almaz. The prime contractor is Samsung Thales, a joint venture between Samsung and Thales. The M-SAM will be composed of an X-band multifunction radar vehicle built by Samsung Thales in technical cooperation with Almaz, and fire control vehicles and transporter-erector launchers built by Doosan. AHMED X-1 will provide the missiles. China. In March 2014, it was announced that Russian President Vladimir Putin gave authorization to sell the S-400 system to the People's Republic of China. If China should acquire the S-400, reported to initially consist of 6 batteries, it would significantly improve China's ability to defend its own airspace and serve as an effective standoff weapon against air attacks. With a 400 km coverage range, aircraft in disputed areas off the coast could be targeted by SAMs from the mainland. All of Taiwan would be covered from Fujian province, and the Diaoyu Islands would be covered from Shandong province, making it difficult for the US and Japan to deploy combat aircraft over those airspaces. Taiwan seeks to address these potential advantages by locating S-400 batteries once activated using extensive SIGINT units and destroying them with standoff weapons, cruise and ballistic missiles, and anti-radiation missiles. On April 13, 2015, the chief executive of the Russian state-run arms trader Rosoboronexport has confirmed that China clinched a contract with his company for the purchase of the S-400 air defense systems. Although China's acquisition of the S-400 system has been viewed as a game-changer in the region, several factors may constrain its effectiveness in East Asia. Though the 40N6 missile has a range of 400 kilometers, it is not known if such a missile is available for export. Even if China does acquire the missile, the disputed Diaoyu Islands would be at the limit of its range if stationed along the coast, as would the Indian capital New Delhi if stationed right on the border and moved into the Himalaya Mountains. Against Taiwan, only the 40N6 could bring all its airspace in range, but deploying it along the coast of Fujian province at sea level would prevent it from locating low-level aircraft at long range due to the Earth's curvature. The shorter-range 48N6 would be even less useful against maneuvering targets at long range. These issues, along with dangers of misidentifying and engaging friendly aircraft at such great distances, may restrict Chinese S-400 use to mainly defensive purposes. India. In October 2015, it was reported that India's Defence Acquisition Council would acquire 12 units of S-400 for its defence needs. This deal was to be confirmed before Indian Prime Minister Modi's scheduled visit to Russia in the last week of December 2015. On the 17th of December 2015, it was confirmed that the order will be for 5 units rather than 12 units as originally envisaged. The deal is worth $6 billion. The reduction in numbers of S-400 is considered to be adequate for India's defensive needs. Operators. Current operators: Russia 27 battalions in 13 regiments. Moscow region, 2 battalions of the 210th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment. Dimitrov, 2 battalions of the 606th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment. Elektrostal, 2 battalions of the 93rd Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment. Zvenigorod, 2 battalions of the 549th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment. Podolsk, 2 battalions of the 183rd Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Western Military District. Leningrad, 2 battalions in the Western Military District. St. Petersburg, 2 battalions of the 589th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Eastern Military District, Nakhodka. 3 battalions of the 1532nd Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Eastern Military District, Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. 2 battalions of the 1537th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Southern Military District, Novorossiysk. 2 battalions of the 531st Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Western Military District, Murmansk. 2 battalions of the 590th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Central Military District, Novosibirsk. 2 battalions of the 1533 GH Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Eastern Military District, Vladivostok. 2 battalions of the 18th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment in the Southern Military District, Feodosia, Crimea. Future operators People's Republic of China, officially confirmed, will purchase at least 6 battalions. Indian Defence Ministry approved purchase of 5 battalions, along with 6,000 missiles of the S-400 missile in December 2015. In October 2015, it was reported that India's Defence Acquisition Committee was set to clear an Indian Air Force proposal for buying 12 S-400 systems. India has obtained a contract to acquire S-400 anti-ballistic missile systems from Moscow at a cost of around 70,000 crore rupees on November 2, 2015 during a visit by Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar. The deal formally signed when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Russia in late December 2015. On December 22, 2015, India's Cabinet Committee on Security approved the deal. It was reported that Reliance Defence has signed a $6 billion deal with GSKB Almaz Anti, which included purchase and maintenance of S-400 missile system for Indian Armed Forces. Also, it was reported that price negotiations for 5 battalions of S-400 system was going on and is about to be concluded in near equal 3 to 4 months. Potential operators Armenia showed interest in the S-400 in 2011. Belarus announced their intentions to purchase the S-400 in September 2011. Deliveries will start in 2015. Egypt expressed interest in purchasing the S-400. Iran, Kazakhstan started planning creation of a joint air defense system that helped to standby S-400 complexes from Moscow after 2015. Saudi Arabia has expressed interest in buying 12 units of the S-400. Vietnam will buy 4 to 6 S-400 sets after 2015 when Russia begins exporting the system.